So I'm going to do a little tour of what I believe is a 900-gallon Boswell pond. We'll start with the base of it. So most of these just sit on the ground like a normal pool pond. It's pretty low. I want to sit it up a little bit higher. I built this stand out of 4x4s and 2x6s. It's trussed all the way through and just topped with chipboard. That's what I had. All this wood here was recycled from a big pallet I got in at work, and all of this pressure treated was given to me by a friend who finished up a fence. So this entire stand I was able to build for free. Originally the 4x4 that runs across had a big arch in it, and it was perfect to take the spot of the uprights you can see here. I believe that there was 5 of them that went across. It wasn't cosmetically appeasing. I didn't like it. So far this 4x4 has held up really well. If you can get a little bit of a shot on the inside, I turned the pockets for the stakes upside down and just ran screws into them. So this 4x4 is holding up the whole front of this pond. If I do start to get any real sag issues, I will run a support board down the middle. The tops are just simple vinyl windows. I got them at basically a Habitat for Humanity type place for 10 bucks a piece. I've been having issues with silver arowanas jumping out. The Giardini I have in here I haven't had any issues with, but thought it was a good way to close up the top even though the sides are open. But it helps with evaporation, it helps keep the heat in. The only thing that is heating this currently, let's see if I can pluck it out of here, is, you can kind of see the top of it there, is a single 300 watt heater. I keep this room heated. It usually doesn't get under 75 degrees, and that's all done with just that dehumidifier. It's currently 77 degrees here, 50% humidity, and it's right around where it stays. As far as the pond itself, it's fairly robust. A lot of people say that they get 3 to 5 years out of these. I'm going on about a year now. No problem so far. I went ahead and insulated it with this foam that you can see is bowing out, but that was more so to keep it off of the uprights, keep it off of the wood. I also have it underneath, so it's on a soft spot, and it also goes all the way across. The filtration, I lost some support there, as you can see, is 2 FX6s and these 2 Cascades for mechanical. I just added the FX6s. I had those shitty Suns that I'm not a big fan of. I built a manifold for the in and the out. It goes across the back of the tank, and you can see there is, I believe there's 4 down pipes that pick up throughout the pond, and then the return is in each corner and basically just points right back to those uprights. As far as biological, I have a sump pump. It runs off of this meter, and it pumps up to this recycled 55-gallon tank. It had leaks at the top, so this was perfect. As I get more bio, I add it to it. I just built a simple sprinkler system for it, and it returns down through these downpipes. The drip system is just wide off of the one for my other system. That's about all you're getting all day. This time of year it's cold, so that's why I have the heater plugged in. During the summer the water is closer to 70 degrees and I don't have to run the heater. The discharge for the drip system comes out of the corner of the pump, goes down across the floor and feeds into my sump here. There was a time where I had this dialed in perfectly. I didn't have to adjust it. I probably went 2 months without adjusting this valve because it's not a perfect system. I cleaned this sump. I moved this thing ever so slightly and just threw the whole thing off. So I'm in the process of trying to get it narrowed in again. So this excess water feeds through the beginning of the system. So anything that makes it through gets ran through the bio. Most of it just goes out the edge of the overflow of the sump, goes out through the wall and then outside. The front of it has stayed fairly clear. I clean it off about once a month. The lighting in here certainly does not help for recording anything. We're more so looking at the poor quality of my phone more than the clarity of this. But as far as bang for your buck, I don't think that you can beat this for a 900-gallon system. I'm into the whole system through buying and selling tanks, finding good deals and everything. I'm into this whole system for probably $300 or $400. Time will tell how long it lasts. I've got backup tanks for if I do ever have an issue, I can throw them in this 500-gallon. I can move fish around, so I do have a backup plan for this. But I think honestly, if I ever had a catastrophic failure with this, since I'm all set up for it, I'd probably just get another one and rinse and repeat. It's easy to take care of. The fish seem to like it. They can bang up against the side of it. They're not going to get injured. All of my fish injuries are really just from this alder log that are in here. The iridescent shark doesn't seem like he likes to go more than a few days without scraping himself on something. But yeah, this is the system. It works really well. I'm usually running right around 30 parts per million full time. During the summer when the water's a little warmer, I can turn up the drip system a little more, and I've had it maintain 20 parts per million all summer on nitrates. Zero ammonia, zero nitrites, of course. Fish are fat and healthy, and I would certainly recommend one of these to anyone that wants the big tank without the big bucks.